To install sprinkler drip line to water hedges or bushes. In this video, we are going to do an irrigation system, or this is going to be those slow dripping irrigation system for the bushes. I have bought these parts right here from Home Depot just now, and I'll explain what all of these parts are supposed to do, and I'm also going to draw exactly what the plan will be on that cardboard, and I'm going to explain where we're going to install all these dripping lines and what they are for. For those of you who has been following my channel a little bit, you know that I'm trying to do a do-it-yourself solar panel project. So this project has been going on for about a year, and I'm just doing it slowly by myself. This is a ground mount solar panel behind these bushes, and it's supposed to extend all the way to, from that fence all the way there, approximately about 70 feet long. And because I am at a pretty nice neighborhood, my wife doesn't really like the view of the solar panel from our driveway over there. So we tried to buy these bushes. So we bought these bushes and we plant them here, but it doesn't have enough water, and as you can see, they're either dying or dead. We do have some sign of life coming back, so I need to probably give them some help with some water, and that's the idea. That's why I'm doing this project for irrigation, or to drip lines through the middle of all these mulch right here. So the plan is to come around from this side of the fence, along that fence, and we're going to connect with a regular garden hose, and then we're going to continue with a drip line, half-inch drip line, half-inch hose from that fence throughout this bushes. And once we are done with that, we are going to put drippers, one dripper for each bush, so that we can have even water drip. And we will turn it on for approximately about an hour, so each bush should get about 2 gallons or maybe more, 3-4 gallons maybe per bush per day. And hopefully that will keep them a lot happier, and hopefully not a lot happier actually, it will revive them, hopefully. Okay, so here's the plan that I've drawn. So I'm gonna explain this from the garden hose water supply right here. So this is going to be the water supply on this side. So the water is going to come in from a garden hose, which is coming out of those 4-port manifold there, and there is a switch or valve for me to be able to turn it on or off for this particular line. So there's 2 empty port there, or empty hose connector, and I'm going to connect a hose there that goes all the way to right about there, that fence. That's where we start with the half-inch sprinkler hose. So here's the garden hose that's going to go there about 50 feet away, and it's going to connect using this connector. This connector is this piece right here. So on this side of this piece, it has a rubber hose. This is 3/4 inch, which is a standard size for a garden hose connector. That's the label right there from Home Depot. 3/4 swivel adapter, and from there it's going to connect to the back side, and this is, on this side, it's not threaded, and it's supposed to connect just by inserting that half-inch tubing, poly tubing, at the back of this connector right here. After that, I am going to run this hose, which is this particular hose right here. This is the 1/2 inch poly tubing, which is pretty standard for sprinkler system. Excuse that, my bee. And for each one that I'm going to need a dripper, and these are the drippers right here. There is 4 per pack, and this is the 360-degree pattern drippers. It's gonna look like that. That's the dripper. So each one of the dripper, we would need to punch a hole into that particular line using this tool right here. So this tool right here has a sharp end on this side, and all I have to do is just puncture it using this tool. And where I can then use this 1/4 inch, what they call micro tubing. I don't actually need 100 feet of it, but that's the shortest pack that they have in stock at Home Depot, so I had to use that. And so from there it connects to this part of the dripper right here, and there is this connector that is already included right here. It says that there's a barb connector included with this dripper kit that will connect from this hose. It will be punctured using that, and then we will use one of the barb connector that will connect this hose for a few inches, probably about 6 inches to a foot, which is this piece right here that I'm indicating right here. So that is the 1/4 inch micro tubing that's going to connect to the sprinkler, and then the sprinkler is going to sprinkle the water 360 degrees. That's the indicator. That's not a light. It's not an LED, people. It's a sprinkler system. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that for about 10 bushes, I think, until the end. And I have to cap the 1/2 inch poly tubing with that particular device there. That's just an end cap. So the end cap is basically the same as the other device. The poly tubing just goes into there with no thread, and this side right here is a screw-on cap, and it has a rubber gasket, and so it's just solid cap that stops the water from flowing at the end. That's it. It's a pretty simple project. I am going to take the video step by step and see how it goes. I have the 1/2 inch poly tubing laid out all between the bushes. So I try to lay them out in the middle of the bushes. As you can see there, that one is kind of hanging up a little bit, but it doesn't matter because the dripper is going to be on the side of it, and there's going to be a 1/4 inch micro tubing that's going to go from this 1/2 inch pipe to the dripper itself. So on this side is going to be right against the fence, and this is just temporary. If I know that this is going to work, we're going to make it more permanent by probably planting these more on the ground, inside the ground, so that it doesn't look so ugly. But when I do projects, sometimes I want to make sure that for example, that these bushes would actually live, because I can go spend 2-3 hours of hard labor digging through the ground to plant these pipes in, and then I would end up having to remove all these bushes. So this is just a temporary measure, but certainly will give these bushes a higher possibility of living after we have this project done. Okay, we are going to now connect this connector, which connects to the 1/2 inch sprinkler pipe. This is just a regular garden hose connector, 3/4 inch, and there's a screw in. There's a rubber gasket right here. So this is the connection is just really easy. Just screw on, clockwise to tighten as usual. Just tighten as much as you can, but not too much. The rubber gasket will do its work. So that's it. And then just take this particular side right here. There is no thread on this one, so just make sure that this is as flat as you can and just push it in evenly. And just push it in all the way in as much as you can, and until you cannot go anymore. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, and that's it. That's the connection that you should have. Now we're going to connect this side of the hose to that half-inch poly tubing. There's water coming out of it right now, is because I just tested it to make sure that I don't have any leaks so far, and it's all looking good. So I'm just going to push this into it. Like I said again before, this have no thread. All you have to do is just push it in. Okay, I just installed it, and that's what it looks like. The pressure of the water is back on, and as you can see, there's no leak, so we're in good shape. Okay, so this is how we're going to put in the dripper. So first, this piece right here, I just twisted off here. Each one of the dripper comes with this connector. Let me see what they call this. This is called the 1/4 inch barb connector, which is included. So you have to twist it off, and it's male on both sides. So just put it aside real quick for now. And what I would do is I would position it first where I want this to be, the dripper. Let's say right here in the middle of the plant. So that means that if I take my hose and connect it just like that, that means I need to poke a hole somewhere around here. So I'm gonna take the poking tool, or the hole puncher tool, and I'm gonna poke a hole right here. Now remember, I have water in here from my test earlier, so some water is going to come out. And that's actually a pretty good way for you to know, because all you have to do is make a very small hole. You don't want to make a hole that is too big. So as soon as water comes out, you can stop putting pressure on the poke tool, on the punch tool. And then you just take this barb thing, connector, and you just put it in, and you'll feel it snap in once it goes, because the head is kind of big and it goes smaller right after it goes in, so it just snaps in. Okay, once that snaps in, I would connect this part first by just pushing the 1/4 inch tube into it, just like that, and then the other side right here. Just push it in all the way, and then just position the dripper where you want it to be. There it is. I've just completed all 10 sprinkler or the dripper installation, and just want to show you how beautiful it looks. This is the ideal I guess water output or spread that I was looking for. So this covers about the same diameter as the mulch mount, and that should give it very good water absorption without runoff. There are some that is too small, like this particular one right here. As you can see, it's not large enough, and all I have to do is all the dripper heads are adjustable. I can just rotate them or loosen them counterclockwise, and the water is going to come out more. So the diameter of the spread is going to be larger. There are some that is just not on at all. Obviously it's actually dripping, but it's very small. You can barely see. I just need to loosen them. This one is a little bit too large. As you can see, the position there is really putting water on the grass instead of on the plant. This one right here is just dripping. I need to adjust that one. This one is also just dripping, not good. This one is also just dripping, not good. Okay, so just want to show you that everything is working great. This project was a good success. Overall, it took me about an hour from the moment that I start, even when doing this particular video. So it's a pretty easy project to do. Just make sure you have all the right parts, all the tools. This is not a permanent project. Like I said, I am probably going to put this particular 1/2-inch pipe underground once this project becomes permanent. But overall, I will give you some cost breakdown just to give you an idea. The 1/2-inch pipe, 50 foot of those, which is all that I have here, is 50 foot, costs about $9. It was $8 something, $9 from Home Depot. I have 10 sprinkler or 10 drippers. A pack of 4 of the drippers costs approximately, I think it's $4.50, no more than $5. So I have 3 packs of those. So I have 12. I only have 10 bushes, so I have 2 left over. And the 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch micro tubing, that one is really cheap, $6 or $7 for 100 foot. Again, I don't need 100 foot, but at the time that I bought them today, only a 100 foot version was available, so I have no choice. I probably have like 90 feet left, more than 90 feet left. I guess I'll just keep them for some other project. And other than that, I bought the tool. The punch tool was $2.50. The connectors to the garden hose, that particular connector that is there, is approximately, I think it's probably about $2 maybe. And then the end cap all the way at the end costs about $1.70. So all in total, I think I spent about $25 for this particular project. And considering that all I have to do is turn it on about an hour a day, I'll set a timer, an hour to turn it on, an hour to turn it off. I think this is going to save me a lot of time, and hopefully these bushes will come back alive. I'm in Houston. The heat in the summer is going to just a killer for this bush. So there's no way that these bushes will even have a chance of staying alive if I don't do this project. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope that this video has been helpful for those of you that would like to put on some kind of sprinkler system. I try to look for videos that gives me information like this, but I didn't really find anything exactly like this. So I made one. Hopefully this was useful. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or a like button, and subscribe to my channel for more do-it-yourself videos such as this. Thank you.